Ready?
You ready? Okay, let's go.
Good. Memotions. I'm here together with Dick Palmer. We of course all know Dick Palmer as one of the tutors of the Memos program. Dick, welcome. Thank you also for your time. We will host this short interview on the internet website of Memos. We're together here in Lausanne for the Advanced Sport Management course, but we will talk about that later. Memos, of course. Since when are you involved and how did it develop?
I knew of Memos because I was on the executive board of the European Olympic Committees, and it was proposed. I was at the time Secretary General of the BOA, and I thought it was a fine thing, and I was pleased that the European Olympic Committees supported an initiative of Professor Jean Camus, who many of us know, using, of course, at that time, European Union money. Later I became involved with the IOC Solidarity, and had the possibility of making recommendations to Perry about investing in management programs, of which, of course, Memos was one. And of course, very active was Jean-Louis Chapelet, and we decided that we should strongly support Olympic Solidarity, should strongly support Memos, which we did. And that support, thanks to Jean-Louis Chapelet and Jean Camus continually pressing and encouraging Olympic Solidarity to take it as part of its management program. I think the help and support that they've had from Olympic Solidarity has grown and grown.
Okay, so you got basically involved firstly with Memos, and then you got more involved with with Olympic Solidarity?
I was initially on a committee that this proposal came in front of us to support Memos, and then I went and helped Perry with setting up the management section of Olympic Solidarity, and during that time I had a budget, and part of that budget went towards Memos.
Okay. If you look at the evolution of the Memos program, now looking back 14 years back, did it change a lot?
Yeah, I feel very, very strongly that a program like Memos, which is dealing with people's management of a very dynamic area of work, namely sport and sports management. Sports management is moving ahead every time. All the time it's changing. And frankly, if you are preparing people to be working in that field, they really need to have a program that is relevant to what's happening out there in the big wide world.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, we spoke about the two levels, the basic sport administration course being the basic level for the NOCs to conduct sport management courses, and also Memos, the master's program. Yeah. We're here in Lausanne now. I think this is the fourth program of the directors for the so-called advanced sport management course. Please tell us something about this course.
Well, the course is meant to deliver not quite a slightly different program to Memos, allowing people perhaps not the same, a different style of people, but nevertheless almost the same as Memos, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But working at a local level, it's the, if you like, the Memos in each country. Unfortunately, it still doesn't have degree status, but it has a certificate of the IOC. But the standard and the quality is pretty high. And it was interesting this time, the Memos graduates were handed a copy of the Mozo manual, so that they could read and study it, because it does contain, it is a very high quality piece of work. And really it's an intermediate stage, and it's quite interesting how MOSO, how the Advanced Sports Management Program is relating to MEMOS, and MEMOS is relating to that. Because on this course there were 3 graduates, you being one of them, who would graduate it through the MEMOS program.
Right.
Excellent. So in fact it means that the MEMOS graduates are going out and contributing to this program in their own countries. Excellent. The other thing, the other way around if you like, is that people that take this program, the Advanced Sports Management Program, are ideal candidates to go forward and take the benefit and advantage of going through the MEMOS program. So it's working upwards and working downwards.
Right, right. So that's basically also a message to you, MEMOS graduate. Stay in contact with your National Olympic Committee, because you can and you will be of added value for these national courses. So hopefully they will contact you to act as a facilitator during this course, which by the way can take up to 6 months. Okay, my last topic is of course the London 2012 Games. Do you have any information which you would like to share with us?
Well,
where do you start?
Where do we start on such a project like the London Games? I tell you where I can start. That fortunately, up to now, apart from a few little quibbles about the marathon route and one or two other things, the press have been particularly quiet. That means that they haven't been able to rake up some terrible situation that's happening in London. So it appears, as far as I can tell, that the games are, as Billy Payne said in Atlanta, that the games are on time and within budget. Although that's within budget, of course, it's a pretty big and hefty budget. Yeah. And we're coming to a difficult period now, because like every other country in the world, we're having to look at every penny that's being spent from government sources and make sure that, and there will be big cutbacks, which every department of government will have to take, and I suppose that will include the Olympic project. But hopefully it's been built sufficiently strongly and the project is particularly sound that it will be able to withstand. It may have to cut away some of the nice-to-haves that we would have been doing, but otherwise I think it's on a solid basis. Okay. And can withstand, I hope, the cutbacks that will inevitably result from the financial crisis that we're all going through.
Right, right. Okay, Dick, I would like to thank you very much for your time, and I would also like to share 2 things I've heard this week. First, the first one is, Dick, that you're a true icon in international sport management. That's something that I remember. The second thing is basically your introduction, which you yourself did, and I guess which you also did during our MEMOS module, is that you're not a professor. Instead, you're a professor of the University of Life. I think that's truly the reality. And thank you for all the knowledge that you shared with us all.
No, I think the great challenge for the people that come from the academic world is to be able to draw in the experience and the knowledge and what's happening out in the big wide world, and to be able to rationalize that on a properly academic and objective basis, so that people are able to understand it, are able to learn about it, and are able to take it, and using proper objective principles are able to apply it themselves. And I have such great admiration for the people from the academic world, from the universities. Many of them have a significant amount of experience themselves, but other than that they're able to draw on experience and to rationalize it, look at it very objectively, apply academic criteria to it, and take that knowledge and use it as a learning tool. And so I think there's a great opportunity for the two sides to, if you like, create a symbiotic relationship, I think is the word.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.